We're here to look at changes in GFR, that's kidney function, and albuminuria as early endpoints for chronic kidney disease treatment. We've got scientists from all over the world and regulators from the United States and Europe to look at how to better approve medications for kidney disease faster, cheaper, and safer.
Data has been collected from all over the world with hundreds of thousands of patients. So this initiative is really enormous, the largest one in kidney disease.
For people with kidney disease around the world, we don't have adequate protective treatments to help prevent them from developing kidney failure. We have some types of blood pressure lowering treatments. We've got some evidence for a few other interventions, but we really need new treatments to help protect people and to help protect their kidneys.
Had I been diagnosed earlier, I think I probably could have elongated my time between the diagnosis and the transplant. But by the time I was diagnosed, I was already well into close to kidney failure.
One of the problems developing drugs is the endpoints for clinical trials. Kidney disease is usually asymptomatic in its early stages all the way till its late stages. So we can't use drugs to prevent symptoms because patients don't have symptoms. So we have to rely on laboratory tests to judge the severity of kidney disease. And the two main laboratory tests are the GFR and the albuminuria. Yet these are not approved as endpoints for clinical trials, except for very late.
I very much want to thank those of you who contributed data so that these analyses could actually be done, and that is critical, the willingness to share data.
This line of investigation that we've been working on for more than a decade now has really been to have endpoints that can be measured earlier and potentially easier that provide pharmaceutical companies with a path to getting drugs approved.
The data that we've seen suggests that our reliance on waiting until people have lost half of their kidney function or end up on dialysis may not be necessary.
We analyzed the data and we looked at the rate of GFR decline and how the rate of GFR decline predicts the drug effect on a clinical endpoint. And we now provided, for the first time, empirical data that it really worked and that it's a really good predictor for a drug effect on a clinical endpoint.
These analyses and these discussions will help us do a better job of conducting clinical trials, will lead to more efficient trials that also give us the right answer about the efficacy of specific drugs being developed to treat kidney diseases.
These endpoints are going to provide clarity to the pharmaceutical industry to understand where they can invest and mitigate their risk. And then the value of those endpoints provide ways to measure the effectiveness of those treatments, and hopefully that will result in the slowing down progression of kidney disease, and hopefully in some cases it will reduce the need for dialysis and transplant so that people don't even need that. And that will be a new paradigm, and that's exciting.
The National Kidney Foundation has been able to bring together industry, the regulatory agencies, patients, academics, all the different stakeholders to have an innovative approach to answering this really important question.
I think it's already a success. To get all these people together and all this data together and actually be looking at it is what we need to be doing.
To have a group of people like these folks have gather this data over years, really look at it several different ways and analyze it and present it to us today has been so meaningful. It's really going to move the field forward.
We're going to accelerate clinical trials in kidney disease, and patients are going to have access to treatments that'll keep them from ending up on dialysis. So ultimately what we did here can potentially impact everyone who has kidney disease.